Yeah.
Hi, I'm Brian with Marlboro Tire and Automotive. We're often asked how much to fix this or repair that on some kind of vehicle. While anybody can throw out a quick guess, the true answer can only be determined after the vehicle has been properly inspected. Only then do you know actually what needs to be repaired and how much it'll cost. And this truck is a perfect example. This truck arrived with an ABS light on and a blower motor for the heating and air conditioning not working properly. Many people might guess that the ABS light would come on and could be an indication of a problem with the braking system. Perhaps worn out brakes, or a problem with the ABS system, maybe a bad module, which is a common problem on these trucks. They may also guess that the problem with the fan for the heating and air conditioning may be a bad blower motor or a bad switch. All of these guesses would be wrong. Would it surprise you to know that the fix to both of these problems is a simple solution and for much less than you expect? Billy, our lead mechanic, first grabs a scan tool to connect to the onboard computers and download any trouble codes and check for verification of communications to the onboard computers. He finds out that the brake control computer is not working. This could be an expensive repair. To locate the actual problem, Billy refers to a service and repair database, inspecting a wiring diagram for the truck, and determines that the ABS or brake control computer and the blower fan get power from the same source.
For the dash, that supplies power for brake, HVAC, and other options.
This repair might not be so expensive after all. Armed with the wiring diagram information, Billy first checks for fuses to make sure that the modules are getting proper power. Finding no power at the fuses, he has to dig a little deeper, first removing the knee panel right below the steering column to gain access for additional testing. With the panel removed, Billy can now install a test meter on the proper circuits and verifying the power from the ignition switch. He finds the problem.
Back probing the connector. That's 0 volts.
Alright, well that's a bad ignition switch. By first inspecting and testing the vehicle, Billy has determined that a bad ignition switch is the cause for both the warning lights and the blower motor not working. Now an accurate estimate for the correct repair can be presented to the customer for approval. Once approved, the parts are ordered and a new ignition switch is installed. This requires the removal of steering column covers to gain access to the ignition switch. When done, Billy shares with us what he found.
What do you got? We got the bigger hole here where the wiring harness lock is supposed to rest against.
Right.
So there's play there and the wiring harness backed out.
Oh. And it's broken on what?
It's broken.
Piece there?
The old piece is on your left, the new piece is on your right.
Okay. With a brand new ignition switch installed, it's now time to put the vehicle back together. Billy first installs the lower shield underneath the steering column. Then the fuse cover goes back on. And finally making sure that all the steering column covers are where they belong. One final test with the test scan tool ensures that everything is working correctly. Now everything works like it should. The brake light and ABS light will go out once the vehicle is started, and the blower fan works in all positions. Both problems caused by one bad ignition switch. An ABS light, a brake light, and a fan problem, all corrected with a simple solution for far less money than working on those systems individually. The correct repair, done right the first time with accurate estimates, can only be accomplished when first inspecting and testing the vehicle to determine the cause of the problem. I'm Brian with Marlboro Tire and Automotive. Thanks for watching.